Happy Friday, everybody. We made it to Friday. Hope everybody's excited. We do have our Barbecue Friday today, so we're going to have some tasty food, like I said, trying out that new grill that Clayton's whipping it up on out there. And let's get to some headlines first. New food hall anchored by Bay Area Brewery coming to West Oakland. You know what's not coming to Oakland? Major League Sports. Not coming to Oakland. Sad, but true. Great Metallica song. All right, moving along. Temple of Doom, the Indiana Jones, defined by George Lucas and Steven Spielberg's darkest moment. This was a really, really good movie. People kind of poo-poo on it a little bit because it's landed in between Indiana Jones of the Last Raiders of the Lost Ark and then Indiana Jones of the Last Crusade. Both really good standout movies. Temple of the Doom kind of got lost, a little dark, a little weird, but cinematically it was beautiful in some areas. They were testing some new things, so some of the parts are kind of like, that's really fake, but some of the scenes are beautiful. And the scene depicted in the picture actually was one of the most remarkable I can't even say it. Cinematically beautiful scenes. However, during that scene, Harrison Ford was ridiculously sick. And that was a tough time for them to get that shot filmed. I guess the timing and everything had to be perfect, and he was sick as a dog, but he pulled it off. That's what true warriors do. All right, next up. A man ordered to build a fence to hide his boat. He was ordered to hide his boat. He was told, you need to build a fence. Well, he asked an artist to paint the boat on the fence. I absolutely love this. I just think this is fantastic. It's just a beautiful example of, not necessarily being defiant, but understanding the ridiculous requests sometimes and being a good sport about it to some degree and putting a little fun behind it as well. So good on that dude for being creative like that. All right. Now, it is Friday. That means we have movies to watch this weekend. That means movies are coming out today, and we got to talk about those movies. The summer movie season is basically upon us, so now every weekend we should have some really good movies, starting with these two that are coming up this week. They're opening today. So depending upon where you're at and what type of movies you like, we got two great for you. It should split the room kind of in half. Not just you guys, but it's a half the room dotted over here and half the room dotted there. You get the idea. All right, first up we have the Garfield movie. Yes, there's been a few Garfield movies overall. They got to reboot them. Garfield is just great. The Garfield books is actually how I not learned to read, but really progressed in my reading. I was kind of a late developer in the reading and phonics and stuff. I had bad hearing when I was little.
One pathetic sob story later.
It's a long story, but the only thing my parents could get me to read was Garfield books. Garfield the movie should be good. This is a pretty good cast. There's Chris Pratt's in there with the role. Samuel L. Jackson is in there. A bunch of other good names. So should be good. If you want to go have a good laugh and just enjoy yourself, this is a great movie to go see. Next up, we have totally the other side of the spectrum, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga. I got mixed emotions on this one. Yeah. Chris Hemsworth is in it. He's a bad guy, whatever. It's the prequel to the 2015 Mad Max Fury Road, which was good, but I grew up with the original Mad Max. Mel Gibson is the only Mad Max, and the stories that go around that world, interesting, but it just kind of leaves a sour spot for you when you just knew how good the first two Mad Max movies. The first one was actually called Mad Max. The second one was called The Road Warrior. So it wasn't like 1 and 2. It was just a whole nother movie years later from the Mad Max one. And then there was Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome, and that one started out really aggressive and good, and then it twisted at the end, and there was a moment of brilliance, but kind of lost itself with that. But still good, interesting. But this whole new series of stuff, it's kind of, I don't know, just bring Mel Gibson back. Let's get over it and just get back to the real Mad Max. Just make him old and angry and still fighting out on the rough and ragged roads. So does. See, I'm so frustrated about it, I couldn't even throw the card properly. So go check that out. Either one of those are great movies. Go support our local movie theaters. Hey, times are tough for everybody, but we gotta still plunk down a little coin to keep the things that we like going. That's just how the world works. All right. Next up, we have Clayton talking about Marvel. And this day, he's gonna talk about a character in a movie, and someone's got to set him straight on the record on some of these things. Please, somebody, I know you're out there. I can see you somewhere. I think you're kind of right over there. Typically, you're right there, but I'm still gotcha. Okay, just get with him. Go see him right now. This is coming on. Stand in the doorway. Listen to what he's saying. Then look at him. Listen to what he's saying. Then look at him. He's doing it wrong. He's got moments that are just not right. Got to be fixed. Let's check out what Clayton's got right here.
It is me again, Clayton. I'm here to talk about Marvel, and this is my bad Russian accent, because the movie we are going to talk about is Black Widow. Black Widow is a standalone movie about the character of Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff, okay? Played by the lovely Scarlett Johansson. It is a standalone film, kind of how her story, a little bit of how she got started. It kind of takes place in between Captain America Civil War and Infinity War, okay? So it's a little story of her family, her backstory, and dealing with Russians. It introduces her sister and her parents. They're kind of like adopted. They were adopted because they're part of a program. But it's got the Red Guardian, and it has the sister who's going to be the new Black Widow in the Thunderbolts movie. But it's a really good movie. I liked it because I like Black Widow and I really like Scarlett Johansson. And it talks about the backstory. It has, Taskmaster, who is somebody who could adapt the skills of people they fight and see and match it, so almost like a mimic. Really cool. But it's a really good story. It's a good little standalone in-between film and movie, and it's kind of nice, too, because it talks about the backstory a little bit of Black Widow to learn about her. And some of the stuff that they said in some of the Avengers movies and other movies, it talks about, and you learn a little bit more about her. I highly recommend it. It's kind of a good origin story / filler in between, like I said, Captain America Civil War and Infinity War. Alright guys, thank you for joining us. I highly recommend watching that movie, and watch that movie because, like I said, Scarlett Johansson is a lovely person.
Yes, Black Widow was a great character. Really slow development into the series, but really good. And then they had the Black Widow movie, which was good. It wasn't bad. It was good. So yeah. Anyway, go check it out. Another movie you can go watch along with Austin's. You can watch James Bond. You can go to the theater and watch Garfield and Furious Road. Then you can come and you can watch Black Widow. It's great. There's just so much to watch. It's awesome. Next up, meme of the week.
Hey everyone, it's Isaiah here for another meme of the week, and this time it's this one. When you realize that you saw the scene from the Lego Mario Kart video on YouTube, of when Marshmallow literally farted and dipped and left Mario behind, and you thought it was funny since the car is based on the power mushroom. That was actually pretty funny when I first saw that scene.
Alright, very good. Thank you, Isaiah, for that. Now, Gary with his free Epic Games, because we just party all weekend. We watch movies and we play games. Occasionally we'll do some chores around the house, mow the lawn, do the dishes, make our bed, whatever, clean our room. But in the meantime, we've still got to think about the free Epic Games of the week. They're free! Hi! everyone. This week on the Epic Game Store, I have to resort to using my phone because it's not coming up on my iPad for some reason. Maybe Emily can look into that. Something to do with cookies being enabled. You can just do it on this one website. Look into that. Otherwise, I can't bring it up. It's saying you need to enable cookies, and the thing is grayed out. I don't have the ability. So anyway, I do have my phone, and this week's free game at the Epic Game Store is called Farming Simulator 22, which means it came out in 2022, which means only 2 years old. And anyone who's ever played the Farming Simulator games, they've been out for a while. It's a really realistic farming game. You're given the farming equipment. You get the tractor. You get the I don't know what they're all called. The thing that you use to harvest the grain, thing you use to till the soil, thing you use to clear away the leftovers after you've harvested. You have the heads off the grain itself. You have to do all those individual things, and it allows you to do them. And it's really hyper realistic looking. Like when you're sitting in the cab of this vehicle to harvest this thing, and you look at your dashboard, and you can use your camera to look around your cab. Everything in there is realistic looking. The gauges work. The handles to pull the things work. When your brake is set, you have to undo your brake, and your hand goes along and pulls a little lever to undo your brake. It's hyper realistic looking. So if you, for some reason, might want to learn how to run a tractor, for instance, this game will show you how to do it. And you could sit in that same tractor and you'll see the same controls in front of you. They're that sophisticated. And this is 2022. They have one for 2024. It's the same thing for newer vehicles. They go along with the vehicles that are in that time period. Really realistic looking. So why wouldn't you want something that cool, that level of detail for free? Why not? That's why I'm saying get the game. I already got the game. I only have, like I said, I can only get it on my phone. I already got it on my phone because I have the ability to use the Epic Game Store on my phone, and you can too. Okay? You can be compiling these games that whether you want to play them now, a little later, 3 years from now, you decide you want to play them, like they get popular all of a sudden, you decide you want to play it. It's still going to be in your inventory. You'll still be able to bring up the games like I was looking at mine yesterday. I got the Batman Arkham collection a while back. They gave that away for free. I was looking at it last night. They're still there in my inventory. If I decide to play them, I can. 3 years after I got them. So why not, right? Suddenly, farming turns into the thing. Yeah, Farming Simulator. And you got it for free this week. And you can only get it this week until next Thursday. And next Thursday, according to the vault won't be there anymore. Another unknown free game will be offered. So this week's free game, Farming Simulator 22, is beautiful. It's highly detailed. It's amazing. Now, mind you, it's not going to be easy to just hop in and start playing. You're going to have to learn the controls. So you're going to crash your tractor a lot. That's part of the fun. And you can watch yourself crash your tractor from inside the cab, or you can third person it and watch the thing, and you can steer the things as well from third person. First person, where you're behind the wheel, or third person watching from above and slightly behind it. So that method is easier to steer, but it's also harder to know exactly what you're doing with your hands. So that's going to take learning. But if you're dedicated and you really want to learn to do this, to drive a tractor, you can on this game for free. All right? There you go. This week's free game with Epic Game Store, Farming Simulator 22. Check it out. Thank you. Have a good week, guys.
They're free.
Very good. All right. If you're in gaming, go check those out. Otherwise, it's time for the question of the day.
Question of the day. Do you prefer a lightsaber or a Harry Potter wand?
That's a hard one. Probably a Harry Potter one.
I say a lightsaber.
I think because you can protect somebody. Can work deja vu on something or witchcraft or whatever. Make it scary.
For me, a lightsaber, I could just deflect everything that you go against me.
Ooh, lightsaber or Harry Potter wand? Well, here's the thing. Lightsaber is pretty straightforward. They can get a lot of work done. You got to go chop some wood, use a lightsaber. You got to chop a tree down, lightsaber. You got to trim the hedges, lightsaber. You want to mow the lawn. I mean, technically you could use a lightsaber, but you got to be real careful. Otherwise, you're going to get some dips in it and whatnot, you know. But lots of things you can do with the lightsaber other than just have lightsaber battles. Now, the Harry Potter wand, it's kind of like all those things. It could probably have spells to mow the lawn, trim the hedges, pull the weeds, do the dishes. There's spells for all that stuff, but here's the problem. You can't, I'm not going to be able to remember all the spells. I have to carry around that big book of spells to figure out what the heck, and I'm flipping pages. It's going to take me 20 extra minutes or longer to figure out the spell, get the spell right to make it happen. And more than likely, I'll do the spell to do the dishes, and I'll turn my hair pink. The 6 hairs that I have will just be pink. That's really going to look weird, right? Right. All right, moving right along. Did you know?
Did you know a blob of toothpaste that sits on top of the toothbrush is called a nurdle? It sounds pretty interesting.
A nurdle. It's not the name. The name is not what's got me going here. The name is that someone said, there's a blob of toothpaste on the toothbrush. It needs a name. That guy. I want to find that guy and get his job. Just going around naming the weirdest things on the planet. Yeah. Hey, look. There's a balled up piece of paper sitting on the table. We need a name for that. Hey, call Bob, who names weird stuff. That's the gig I want. A nurdle. Somebody actually said, we need a name for the toothpaste on the toothbrush. I don't get it. I don't. But what I do get is it's Friday. It's Barbecue Friday. We're going to have a great Friday. We have some cool stuff going on and some tasty food. I'm so excited about the tasty food that is being cooked. So have a great Friday, everybody. Plan on having a safe and wonderful weekend. For the morning routine, we'll see you Monday.
Wait, we're off Monday.
Oh, my gosh. That's right. We're off on Monday. I almost forgot. I'm so excited to just keep this gravy train, not really gravy train because it's kind of a lot of work sometimes, but this fun train rolling. Monday is Memorial Day. No program. Cancel your bus rides. No program on Monday. We'll see you Tuesday for a short week next week. Here on the morning routine and in program. All right, guys, have a safe, wonderful holiday weekend, 3-day weekend. We'll see you Tuesday on the morning routine. Take care, everybody. Ooh, gotcha.